So hi, I want to share my my Margaret Miller challenge book I've been doing. I was inspired by Rachel at Roxy Creations to do this, and I'm having the best time. I don't know if my skills are getting better, I hope, at doing this, but I want to encourage everybody who loves to journal. And when I know instead of just making things to sell all the time, if you stop and do something like this that's a little creative, it helps you just relax a bit in it and just a little bit, enjoy your life some more instead of feeling like, oh, I have to do this. So this is my book. I got this from Johnny, and I don't want to open it too far because I don't want to see, but it's from, it's a Harper's Monthly magazine, the new Harper's New Monthly magazine. See right here? It had 900 plus pages. So I took out, made it a glue book. So it was my first time doing that. I don't know how good I did that, but I love the book. I love the size of it. And then I made a spine that Rachel has inspired me with some hemp and some antique, this is a certain kind of fabric and I forget what you call it. And then this, because I like it with this. And I meant to cover these, redo these with some black fabric I've painted, but I forgot and I didn't do the other side, but I did this side already I recovered it. So then it will be I'm sorry. Then it would be, if I try and do it, then it, I will mess it up here because I should have did it first. So I'm thinking I'm just going to paint this, will help keep it nicer. Or maybe I'll leave it, I don't know. Okay, so what this is if you follow her challenge, she has a challenge for each week, I think it is, in 2020. I'm moving this over so we can open it. She gives you some prompts. I think she gives you, I don't know if there's 5 or 6 prompts with a bonus each week, and then you interpret that into your own piece of work. So I've done about 4 of them now. I'm trying to get caught up, and I can't tell you how much I'm enjoying it. So here we go. I'm going to share it. Here we go. Share as far as I've gone. So like I said, I covered this inside. So this is day 1. I'm going to sit down now so I know we're in frame. So they are week 1, and the challenge was, this is where I want to put the daisy. The challenge was, and you hashtag 2020C01. I did it on the 21st. Something that represents time, something that blows in the wind, thread, or I think it said thread or fabric, an animal, something out of the recycle bin, stamp, and then the extra or the bonus was stamp, like a postage stamp. So this is what I did. And I kind of like it. So in here, I kind of put this here, and I'll tell you why I chose this one. Why I found it right there, and it was similar to what I wanted to use, but really what I wanted was a daisy. So we'll put that there. So, so what was the first one? It was something that represents time. So I just left this in here, December 1882 to May 1883, because that was the year of the book and of the what the book's contents was in the Harper Bazaar. So I went ahead and left that. To me, that represents time. I don't think you have to have a clock. I guess it's my interpretation, right? Something that blows in the wind. So I put a little, right here, I put a little dandelion, and then I hand wrote this part here, but then I made the little other seeds that blow out. I just sort of did it by hand right here. It's not the greatest drawing or anything, but it's right there. Also, this fern could blow in the wind, so I had that there. The red, so what represents thread for me is this right here, or sewing right here. I put in, and originally I thought, oh, I'll use the feather for blowing in the wind because they can do that, but then I decided to do this. So I have several. So there's a feather from Australia, Donna. Thank you. And this is from the recycle bins. It's a cap from a Diet Coke. And I've made it into a little tag here. And so he sits over here like this. We're going to go like that. He'll be just like this. The card will be right in here like this, because this came off of an envelope, so it's sort of like, this is as far in as you can go, like this. Okay. They said some stamps, so I got that. And then an animal. So I chose a Daisy the tigress. That's why I want to put it. I thought this was similar to a daisy, so that's why I chose that to write on. but I found this is a daisy. So I'm gonna glue this right now on there, just like that. I'm taking this like this, and we're gonna do that just like this. I don't know if I'm on screen. I'm gonna put that right like this. And so I follow and I support the Wildcat Sanctuary in Sandstone, Minnesota. And so one of their cats, they take cats that have been taken from roadside zoos that were used for cub petting operations, or cats that were illegally owned by owners or what have you. You know, they illegally owned by people like you and me. They should not own wild animals. And so so they keep them for a forever home. They're not a place you can go see them. You can look them up on Facebook, the Wildcat Sanctuary. I'll put it below. They're a great thing. This tigress, and I forget where she came from, but when she came, they thought you were gonna have to put her down because she had spinal meningitis and some kind of fractured bone in her leg, and she was never treated. It's a lot of sad stories there, but what I love about them is that they take care of these cats for no other reason than to take care of the cats. They really love the cats, and they have, I think, over 100 residents there. They take, like right now, they're working on 2 that came from the California fires that couldn't be re-released. So they do that. You know, they've taken some from zoos that have closed down in Argentina. They have some tigers there. You should check it out. So I put Daisy in there because I get their monthly, or their, well, I think it's quarterly magazine. So I cut her out and I put her in here as the animal because isn't she so cute? So I think I covered everything I have in here. Blows in the Wind, stamps, animal, something from the recycle bin, and fabric or thread. So there we go. That was number 1. We're gonna move on to number 2. And so this whole spread is number 2. Sorry, I had to take a drink. And in here, I decided to use some of the Happy Mail stuff I get. So this is from Brooke at Recreations by Brooke. I always buy from her. And so in her bag, it came in a bag, and in the bag, this was on the outside. I thought it was so pretty, so I cut it out. I wanted to save it. So that was floating around, and this was floating around. It's a little cute birdie, which I love birdies, and it says, "Thanks, Pam, enjoy." And I don't remember what shop that one's from, but it's been floating on my desk because I love it. I thought, I'm gonna use these because I wanted to use these. And I'll tell you right now what it, there's Nora. So this was something with a bit of pink. So I have the bit of pink here and here and here. So, and then these guys are stamped with, but they're a red color, but they look sort of pinkish. So something with a bit of pink. Let's put this right here. Sheet of music or portion of music. So that's right here like this. Pretty pretty. I use this label, I think it's a Tracy Fox label that says treasure, because I thought these are little things I treasure. That, you know, they float around and then you end up throwing them away because you think, oh, what am I going to do with it? So I wanted to put them in the book. Text from a book page, it's right here, super old book page. And bonus was a rubber stamping with 2 colors. So I stamped on here. Now this was a great thing. I stamped on here, but I'm so dyslexic, very dyslexic. I found out that the kids born in the smoking era, like of the 50s, like my mother and father and all their friends smoke like crazy. Well, often they were born with a reason they have dyslexia, but it's because of some kind of brain thing that was that's misformed or something. I don't know. But they're really prone to dyslexia, and I found that out. I just found that out now at my age, and I'm pretty old, I'm not gonna say how old I am. But I just found out now, and could have helped me in school to know that. But so right here is a perfect example. I did 2020 C20. Well, it should have been 02. So I just crossed it off, did 02. But it's stamped in black, and this is stamped in a brick red color. These are my clothing tags. These were clothing tags that I covered up. And Nora had given me, Nora's my granddaughter who is 5. And she's always drawing and bringing me over little papers. So right here, this was on a paper she gave me. I just cut out the little, because you know, there's so many. What are you going to do with them all, right? So I cut out the little bird I don't know if she intended it to be a bird. Sure looks like a bird to me. And I cut it out and put it like he's a hummingbird eating right there. And then I liked this as a tag. I don't know if I'll ever write in it, but it's decorated with this beautiful coffee dyed paper, tea dyed paper, and with some wallpaper, a scrap of wallpaper I had here that I wanted to put on here that was pink. So that's in here like that. And my little Nora tag that's from a clothing tag on like this and like that. So there you go. That was day 2. This is day 3. And what happened was I'd gotten this paper right here, this pretty blue paper from Rachel at Roxy Creations. And I only got a little teeny piece of it, like, you know, it's about, I think it's about 5 by 7. So I wanted to use it. So I put it in here. So I'll tell you what I got here. Hashtag 2020 CO3 was a bug or insect. And so we have butterflies right here. A key, there's a key right here. I used the same one, Rachel, from your kit, because I couldn't find a key for the life of me. I thought I have that kit, so I printed that out. A sequence of numbers, little tiny sequence of numbers right here. 40, 41, 42, 43 on some antique paper. Ink, and it said on the paper, it says ink, whatever that means to you. So what I did here was I used some of this ink here. It's called Liquitex acrylic ink, and it comes, oh man, hard. It comes like in a little thing like this ink. So a dropper. So what I did here was I made this look. This was a flower I cut out and I stamped, but because the pattern is so busy, you can't really see the stamp in there. So I just cut it out and I made the ink look sort of like a stalk, and then I hand drew on top of it a little bit of a stem and some veins in the leaves. And then I put a few other pieces of that, flowers, a few stamps. I had this paper too. I don't know if she sent me that, but it coordinates so well, I put it here. Said ink, a quote, "The earth laughs in flowers," which is from Emerson. Put that there. And something black and white. And I put this little kitty here in black and white. Like so. He's right there. He's so cute. So we have everything there. Look how pretty. I'm really loving that. So it's all here. Got a little bit of antique hempy stuff there. So pretty, right? So I don't know if these are really up to par with other people, but this is what we're doing. And this is the one I just finished, which is number 4. And I was kind of going around. I really like this. I've been watching Rachel at Roxy Creations, and she was working on a book from Medieval Mirage. And I liked the papers, so I got the kit. And I was going to go with like that sort of Florentine type Renaissance. But then I kind of, I don't know, got away from me. So you open this up. These are playing cards. You open this up. And then you got the girl from one of the Medieval Mirage things. She's looking out here at the pretty place, little, whatever you call that. I don't know. And then here I wrote the things down. So number 2, 2020 C004. Number 8, playing cards, either side. So first I was going to cover both sides. I thought, oh, I think you're supposed to leave them. So I just went like this. I sewed around them. Put a little, this is vintage hemp fabric, and I put a little pearl button right here. A group of 3. So I have 3 groups of 3. 3 flowers, and in here she has 3 flowers right here. 3 groups of 3. Then something with a bumpy surface. So here, this is a bumpy surface. This has a bumpy surface, but then I decided to put this on here, and that's very bumpy. This is something that I found stuck in this book. The kids had pulled up. So I thought I'm just going to put it in here just like this, just like it was in the book. And then something that splashes. I had a hard time with that. And I decided to go ahead and use this. I love this greeting card thing. And it's a lighthouse that splashes. And it says, "With love and fond wishes." Okay, I thought it said something about water. That's what happens when you can't read. But there's splashies right there in the ocean, and I like that, so I put it there. And the other one was something that splashes. And the bonus was, a button, real drawn or stamped, but I used a real Mississippi River pearl button right there. And then the bonus was a person, or person. So I put her in there. So that's this day. That's as far as I'm up to. So now if I can, maybe I'll do one with you, but we will see. I'm going to stop this part of the video, and if I decide to do one on screen, I will record and we'll see how that goes. But thanks for watching. Bye.